Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Corina and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 4 ways that our budget is changing for the month of August. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Corina. I am a wife and a mama of 2 little ones, and I share on this YouTube channel things about finances and motherhood and mom hacks and some traveling stuff, and kind of a little bit of just mom life. So today I'm talking a little bit more on our financial end, but it has a lot to do with my kids. So today I'm sharing with you guys 4 ways that our budget is changing for the month of August. Now, before I get into those 4 ways or 4 things that are going to be changing for us for August, I did just want to share what we are actually using as our budgeting resource. We have in the past used EveryDollar, which is just an app on your phone or a website, but currently, to be honest, I really prefer using paper. It's a little bit more tedious and you definitely have to be, I think, more intentional with using paper to do your budget. But what I really like about paper is that you can see it all like kind of right out in front of you. And when you're working with a partner or your spouse, to work towards your financial goals, it's really helpful to actually see everything right in front of you written down on paper. And so my husband and I have been using the Budget Mom budgeting planner, I guess? Budget binder system. I forget what exactly it's called, but I will have it linked below if you're interested. We just get the printable version. So I realized at the end of last year, 2021, that I wanted a new budgeting system for our family. I was printing out sheets of paper basically and just kind of piecing together my own budget binder for us to use as a family, and we were also doing EveryDollar. But I realized that I wanted something that was a little bit more cohesive and kind of fully thought out, like a fully realized product that was actually paper. And so I found Budget Mom. I've of course heard of her a ton. She has been around for a while. She's an amazing resource, especially if you are working on your budget and you're just like kind of beginning that journey. She's absolutely amazing, so highly recommend her. But the thing was, it was already about halfway through like her actual like budget planner system, and so I didn't want to purchase something that I would only use a portion of for the year. So we went with the printable version and we started that in January. So with starting that, we have just been printing off whatever pages we need for the month. It is kind of a lot of paper, but that's all right, because the thing that I really like about it is that I can print off as many sheets as I need or want for the month. So some months I print the whole entire month's worth of sheets. Some months I only print a few of them. For instance, we pretty much budget every 2 weeks. So her planner system comes with like 4 or 5 weeks worth of like paycheck budgets, which is by each week. So just in case someone gets paid every single week, they have enough to go through that month. Well, we only really use 2 of those. So most months I'll only print out 2, and then I'll kind of pick and choose what sheets we actually need or what I actually want to track or look into more in depth for that month. So anyway, all that to say, highly recommend her budgeter or budget planner system. But what I want to share with you guys is the ways that our budget is changing in August. So coming back to that, I start looking at our budget for the following month about halfway through the previous month. So I started looking at our budget around July 12th for the month of August. And what I do is I will look at anything that's coming up for us in that next month. So there's a few things that are coming up for us. There's a few things that are kind of different, and also just some things that we really need to get a little bit more focused on as far as our finances go. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is childcare. Our childcare situation is actually changing, and it also changed in July. So from June to August, it actually has gone up quite a bit. It's gone up probably like 40%, honestly. And basically, we transitioned our kids from being part-time at daycare to back to full-time. And we have not had our kids in daycare full-time since pre-COVID. So since before Ella was even born. During COVID, Elias came home, I was pregnant, so he was home a lot of that year. And then when we did start him back again, we only sent him part-time because we were both home. My husband and I were both working from home full-time, and Ella actually only went part-time as well until just this month, and now they're both back full-time. However, it's going to be changing again because Elias will be going to preschool, which we're super excited about. We are kind of in like a weird situation with preschool because it's not mandatory for our like school system. And so if you want your kids to go to preschool, you have to pay for it. And so we are choosing that instead of just keeping him in daycare for another year and then sending him on to like start public school. We are going to be paying for preschool for this year. So our childcare budget is has to go up a little bit to accommodate that. But like I said, because they started going full-time in the month of July and they had not been, our childcare budget has actually gone up a lot, which is a little bit of an adjustment. But we started it in July so that we would have a little bit of a cushion to get used to that as we roll into August with him going to preschool, because it's going up a little bit more for preschool. And then also just to get our kids used to being somewhere 5 days a week, especially Elias, because he'll be in a brand new environment and he'll be there full time. So that's the first thing that's going up, is that our childcare situation is changing and that will be increasing. So the second change to our budget in August is that we're increasing our gas budget, along with this basically just goes hand in hand with the childcare change because we will be driving a little bit more, so we need to increase our gas budget. And thankfully, gas prices are actually coming down a little bit. I get like a special type of gas that only like one gas station here in our city actually has. So I noticed the other day that my gas is actually down like 30 cents, and I've seen across the board that gas prices are going down a little bit. So that's helpful. But that is going to go up a little bit for us for our budget, just to make sure we have enough cushion to cover any changes in our gas expenses. Now, what we'll be doing to help prevent a huge spike in our gas increase or our gas budget is we will have to be strategic with the errands that we do, when I'm going like grocery shopping, or, where we're going once we have picked Elias up from preschool in the afternoons, because that's really the change that is going to affect our gas. So we'll have to really be judicious about where we're going, how much gas we're using, and mapping out our errands and things that have to be done during the week around that trip that we're already going to be taking every day. Okay, so the third way that our budget is changing in August is our sinking funds. And I shared about this in our Christmas in July budget, but we are focusing heavily now on getting ready for Christmas and also just adding some sinking funds to our budget in general. I also shared a little bit about this in our mid-year goal update, because we realized that we're kind of not quite at the halfway mark of hitting some of these goals that we've set for ourselves for this year. So going into the month of August, and we started to do this in the month of July, but we got didn't make as much progress as we wanted to. But in the month of August, we will definitely be hitting the ground running with getting our sinking funds filled, sinking funds funded for the remainder of the year. So that's going to be a big focus for us. And that leads me into the fourth change that we'll be committing to for August, which is more of a personal goal for me, and that is I'm going to be doing a no spend. Now, as the mama of the family, I am also the spender. I'm the one who looks at, whose clothes are kind of worn out, or if there are holes in anyone's wardrobe, like they're kind of missing pieces. I'm the one who's looking at our household items and what food we have. I'm looking forecasting down the road for things that we might need for future months. And so really the spending in our family comes down to me, as far as discretionary spending, anything that's not a bill, really does come down to me. And so for the remainder of the year, essentially, I'm going to be trying to be very, very diligent with that spending, starting in August with doing a no spend. And I will share more about that probably in another video, because I don't want this video to be super long, but I am going to be doing a no spend for the month of August, and that is particularly going to focus on myself, because I've been just getting a little bit money happy, spendy, a little bit of mom tax, as I like to call it. I've just been having a little bit too much mom tax lately. So really paring that back and scaling down and getting recommitted to what our actual goals are for our family and being responsible with what I'm spending. So that's going to be my goal for this month. I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't done a no spend in a really long time, but it's something that we definitely need. And with that being said, I will probably try to do some cash envelopes for the month of August. I don't know, because I've gotten so used to doing order pickups, grocery pickups, things like that. It's really just become second nature to me, but I feel like that's also contributing to overspending in a lot of categories because it's so easy to just be on my phone, put a few things in a grocery cart, and then, schedule it for pickup like 3 times a week. And not to say that we don't need those things, like, if we're running out of stuff and I happen to realize that we're running out of it and order it, we're going to need it eventually. But do I need to go to the grocery store a few times a week? Probably not. I could probably go 1 time a week and make a cumulative list for the week. So those are my goals for August. That is what we're focusing on. And those are the 4 ways that our budget is changing in this month coming up. I would love to know how your budget is changing for the month of August. If there's anything that you are looking at that needs to, you need to get prepared for financially, definitely let me know in a comment down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and thank you as always for being here and sharing along this journey with us. I'll talk to you soon, friends. Bye.